Boom, boom. This is again, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, got a bit Soul Land Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. We got a few things going on. Nothing really new in terms of standard events. We do have a really nice Immortal herb event up, so it's a chance to get some pretty, just your little mortal herbs. And it's really nice because you want to get some of this stuff. I mean, I bank the chest, so I never, during normal time, I only open up the free chest that's all open up, and I just let them accrue. That way, I can come back and open up a bunch of the chests whenever the event comes on, and get the rewards for doing that as well. Because open it. This is this evanescence is really good right here, and this is a chance for an S. S herbs can also be used to rank up your other S herbs. You can use multiple items to do that. So you can use the 100-year-old shatter to do that, but you can also use S herbs for that as well. So getting those is nice. And then they got some other stuff, and then Slaughter City coins. You want to double that up. But there's a lot of good stuff in there in terms of that. Finally did crack 8. Just hit that this morning actually. So finally, it just, like I say, it's a cumulative. I mean, you just gotta focus on stuff. Make sure you're still doing the Martial Soul. That's what happened today. Was I managed to get my hands and double up the 7. Yeah, this one right here. The 7. I managed to double this up 7 killer swords. So that took some of the sets up, and that gave me 6 right there, and that made me crack over into 8 trillion. So keep that in mind. It's that's good. 8 billion. Pretty good in terms of just leveling up, and we'll keep focusing on it. As for events, we'll probably see. It'll be since we just got out of the Craftsman event for the next character we go, so it'll be another 2 weeks before we see that. So that'll probably pop up some stuff next week. Probably just standard soul bones, something like that. Before we have the next character, which is going to be our tank. So that's going to be interesting for somebody. We really haven't had a tank in a while. So, I guess the last tank was Ren, Angel Ren, SS Plus, a while back. That's been, wow, quite some time, many months. So we're finally getting Erming, so we're finally getting a new tank. So it's something to take a look at. You want to have a tank. I mean, that's just logical. I mean, while you can probably get away, once you get high enough, you can get away without a healer. Really, having a tank is paramount because you need to keep, the attackers, the enemy off of you, and you want to shed them to your tank, because otherwise they're just going to run right through and take everybody down. You got to have somebody who can taunt, who can move fast and heal themselves. Angel Ren fit the bill on that perfectly, and she's an excellent tank. I've got her mostly maxed. I mean, I've got her actual. She's all maxed out in terms of level, and she's maxed out in terms of stars, and she's maxed out in terms of divine skill as well. But we still have a little bit in terms of the soul bones. But I think I've got them with the God 3 on her. So she's right here. Okay. So as you can see, her divine skill is maxed. And the soul bones, I think it's God 4. I've got God 4 on her. Okay, you want to make sure she has a really good set, simply because of the fact that she is going to be taking a lot of damage, and she will be drawing the enemy to her. So you want to make sure that she's ready for that. It's going to be a while before we get Erming. We'll have the second event. You should have walked away with 90 shards, which is always the standard for the characters. Any new character, the first event will have. It usually translates to 50 shards inside of the actual damage. You'll be able to purchase 50 shards, and then they'll have an event, normal mode, Soul Beast Evasion, something like that. In this case, they had tied it in with the New Year's event, where you had to use some of the resources, the currency that you obtained from the event. I think it was lanterns and one other, and you just actually purchase the 40 remaining shards that way to get the 90. So the next event here in a couple weeks will be, give us another 20 And in a minute after that, when they enter, they'll drop down herb again. We'll get the remaining 20 in there to make Lugao. So you definitely want to make sure that you got the 90. Other than that, there's really not much going on. We do have the actual treasure event with the sex speed race. Really enjoying this. It's a really way to get some. The rewards in here side are pretty good, as you can see. And we're getting about 13. It's like all the guilds, so we're not going to get much higher than that. There's a big disparity between the top 3 and the rest of us. But it's a pretty good event. Just open it up, put your sec members in there, and just do as much as you can. The rewards are excellent. So it's something that you want to participate in if at all possible. Let me just see. I think I got everything in here. They're cleaned that out as well. So keep that in mind. Now, one of the things that I do like about the Immortal Herb Den is you can get the chest inside of here. One of the big items that you come for the Immortal Herbs is the actual essence. If we look at the Immortal Herb tab, so taking these up, okay, the inspiration uses this right here. This is you get a lot of these, okay, inside of the actual chest when you open it up. I mean, just pretty much every time we open up that chest, you get some of this. So it's really not that difficult to actually get it in. And then the cultivation, see, this is all this stuff is really good. And as you can see, you get really big buffs from this stuff. Okay, so it's definitely something that you want to look at. And then, as you said before, you can use the S's to star up. Okay, so keep that in mind. That you will get S's inside of the chart, inside of the chests as well too. So it's going to take 8. I don't know if I want to use those right now because I've got some stuff, but I'll be opening up some more chests as well. But so you want to max out the stars. Inspire. Yeah, I've got enough to start taking these up. The defense. This one's hit points. And this one's attack. So you can focus on which ones you want. So I'm going to buff up the attack a bit. So as you can see, it took about 40 some there. And we've got inspiration complete. Apricot 2. Change now. It's got a green halo. That's pretty cool looking, actually. So this one's defense, and this one's hit points. You can get these fairly. You'd also get these inside of the sex speed race is where you can get them at too. So I don't have quite enough to take this one up as of yet. So I'll have to wait a little bit to get some more of that. But I'll have some more of that in a couple of weeks. Probably enough to do it probably next week, simply because of the fact that I'm going to be opening up some more of the chests. And inside the event, they have the Immortal Herb chest. So I've opened up 10, so I need to open up 10 more, which is easy. But you see, you get these inside of here as well too. You have a chance to get all 4 of the actual items. So I got 2 there. But I also like the fact that we can also get some of the rare ones in there. They're not as plentiful. Yeah, we got 4 crystal blood groups. So, but you can get them. Six of them at a time, because it takes a lot of shards to actually make those. But I want to make one and start popping them up. Octagon ice cross. So see this one too. Got 5, 8 just in one chest. So, but yeah, I think there's only been it's very rarely that you don't at least get 2. Oh, got 3 that time. So yeah, so That's why I banked the shards, you know, get them on this. Got 4 that time. And then I got 5 of these. Evanescence. Didn't get any. Nothing in that one. So that's another 10 times. Then we go back and we open up the chest. And I'll probably open up these a little bit later. It's got another day, so I'll probably do it sometime tomorrow. But I wanted to take a look at his Immortal herb. That gives him a nice green hue. That's pretty nice. Got just enough to do it. Oh. It's popping up in my eye. There we go. So, yeah, we got him up. 100 on each. And as I was as you see, that was 8003, and I'm on 8, so that's 32 just from that. So that's why I say definitely focus on the Immortal Orbs. At lower levels, yes, you're not going to get much out of them in terms of BP, but when you start getting into higher levels and start doing the inspirations and stuff like that, you can really get a lot of BP for virtually little work. I mean, I just opened up a bunch of chests, and doing the Sex Speed Race, you get some in there as well too, and you can take up that much. I'm probably close to being able to take up a Swordforce Straw. No, not quite. I got to get to 80. I think it's 80, 70. Yeah, for the next one in that. So definitely do focus on the Immortal Herbs. Like I say, I know these. It seems a little drob at first, but yeah, because you don't really get much out of them when they're at the lower level. But once you start leveling them up, doing inspiring, starring them up, you can really start getting a bunch of BP, as you can see right there. So definitely focus on it. Like you should start from those attacks, and if that was team stuff, so that's why it's so effective, is because it's just the team touch for the character. Okay, so yeah, that's good stuff. All right, so yeah, definitely get in there for that Immortal Herb event, and we'll do a video another day or two once we get to next, because this is running for another day. So tomorrow will be its last day. Make sure that you do get the actual daily, even if you don't try to get the log on rewards, because as you can see, they're giving you pretty good stuff in terms for the log on rewards as well. Especially if you're working on some of these. These are SSs, so I would prefer if they give us SS pluses, but I can't be choosy. But it's free, so that's like, and then you can get some, just claim it and stuff. The actual achievements. I got my weeklies done. I got to do some battle simulations, and Metal Abyss. I still got to knock that out as well too. So, but yeah, I just wanted to do that, let you know, because there is an Immortal Orb event up. I've got several people asking about the Immortal Orbs, because I mentioned a while back, and I showed you briefly that it was actually very, very prudent to actually focus on them. And I just wanted to give you another reason why, because as you can see, that was a huge BP jump, and all I did was use the actual resource which you got inside the chests. Okay, and inside the Sex Speed Race, when you complete one of the chests inside of there for the cycling up, you get it as well, which is right. So if you go into treasure pot, it's in these chests right here. You can get those. There's 15. There's 13 right there. Another 10 I have in assessments. 15 right here, and then an S at the end of it if you get that far. So it's definitely something you want to do. Now, people were one of the person asked me about these. You have to. It's basically best you just spend $200. Okay, $200. 200 diamonds. That's the best way to go about it. Hit Ultimate Refresh, and it'll take you right to Ultimate Refresh for 200. It's guaranteed. Okay. So I know but since I've got a lot of diamonds, I haven't been really thinking on it. So this you can get. I've got the Super Immortal Herb a couple of times using these, but it's hit or miss, RNG. So normally what I'll do is if I can't get a Super, I'll just go ahead and throw 200 and get an Ultimate. Okay, and that gives you the reward on the chest inside the is you have to have super higher, and you do it multiple times. So we've got multiple people in our the guild who participate. That's why we get the chest up that high. And then you get the rewards, and you can just keep doing it. And this resets itself every couple, every like 3 or 4 days. So that's possible that in a week's time you can run it like twice. You can get, just for that alone, you can get, almost 40. Okay, that's enough to take up a whole enlightenment level on an herb. So it's definitely nice to get that. And if you do the chest, it's even more. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Immortal herbs are definitely something that you want to focus on. I know, yeah, like I said, not much at first, but once you start getting them up, you can start getting huge BP jumps, as you just saw right there, from 8003 to 8035. So it's 32. That's a huge jump when you're talking to getting up into this amount of BP. So it's definitely something to look at. All right. So that's all I got. I just wanted to show that for you. So remember to subscribe. Of course, once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. Click on the bell. You get notified each time I drop a video. Liking and share help as well. It expands the views, and the YouTube algorithm just loves that to pieces. All right. So as always, this Kenrir still coming at you from the corner. Signing out.